Hello and welcome to the This Calls for Confetti YouTube channel. I am Karen and today we are going to be using the new Bougie pumpkin layer stencil and die set to create our card. We're going to start out by ink blending our pumpkin. Each of the layers of our stencil has a registration square that you need to make sure you ink. This will help you later on as we layer up the different pieces of the stencil. I'm starting out by inking the entire background here with salvage patina. This is going to be the lightest color of ink that I am using in the teal portion of the pumpkin. I'm going to come in and start adding the depth and dimension that we get by using the different layers of this stencil. So we know that a pumpkin has ridges and those ridges cause shadows. And so that is what we are building here, are the shadowy pieces. We will have two different layers for the top and two different layers of stencil for the bottom. I am going to start out with each of these pieces being inked in salvage patina, and then here on this skinnier layer I am going to also add peacock feather at the very top and at the very bottom. This helps with the shadows of this stencil. I'm also going to come in the very thin lines that make the ridge of each pumpkin. I'm also going to ink in peacock feathers. I am starting around the edges, the top and the bottom, to have the darkest color of ink and then slightly lighter in the center. We're going to start building the stripes now. So using those squares to line up the stripe stencil, we're going to start by adding Lost Shadow ink on to our pumpkin. Then I'm going to come around the edges again using hickory smoke. This helps make those edges of the pumpkin just slightly darker than the center. Our next piece is going to be to add the stem. Our stem layer is just one stencil. It lines up super easy with the top of the pumpkin. And so you have three different pieces that you're going to want to ink. One is the large background piece. Then you're going to have two kind of shadowy pieces. I did find as I was working with this stencil that I truly preferred for both of those detail pieces to be in the same color of ink that's just slightly darker than my background. So now we're going to die cut this and get it ready. You notice I have a little bit of a white edge because I die cut my piece slightly off. That was easily fixed by adding some peacock feathers ink. Now we're going to create our card. I love having distressed layers on my cards. So I have taken a piece of the 6x6 pad of boo paper, and we have created the layers for our card. This cute little spider web piece I thought would be fantastic behind our teal pumpkin. I'm going to mark off with a pencil the portion that I wish to cut off so that this pumpkin kind of acts like it's hanging off my card. I also die cut from the Ghostly Greetings die set the word boo. I have 3 layers of the skinny black boo that we're going to build up, and then 2 layers in vellum to go behind. I really love this effect where you have built up and made more of a thicker kind of front layer, and then the back layers being the vellum. So adding glue to where the black paper goes so that we don't see the glue. We're going to add all of the layers together to get this really cool layered boo piece. Our next element is going to be this adorable ghost from that Ghostly Greetings set. I've die cut it in white and black. This will give us a front piece, and then it will make the eyes and the mouth black. You could really make that any color you want. I just wanted to stay with black. I'm going to add a little Lost Shadow around the edges of this piece to give it some depth. Next, we're going to add some glue to our piece and stick it to the front of our card. Our last step here is going to be to stick down the boo. Again, I am using my fine tip glue around behind that black portion that says boo so that we don't see glue in our finished product. Now, let's pull out some sparkles and let's bling up our card. We are using the Spooky Sparkles mix. This is one of my favorite. It has adorable little stars and ghosts and bats in this collection. And so I am pulling out some of the pink stars to be added to my card. Thank you for joining me today as we created this fun card. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please make sure you do that. And here are a couple of videos for you to watch until we're together again in the next one. Bye-bye.